welcome to Smart CRM Coaching with Mona Karda, episode 2 on Tuesday, August the 17th. Enjoy. Good morning, everybody, and welcome. Today, I'm going to be talking about your Smart CRM and how to upload your leads. I think last week, or how to manually upload a lead. Last week, I believe everybody had a chance to upload their leads, which was through our lead engine. And then on the very top right here, it says manage your settings through bulk lead import. And there's two options here that's available. One is let us handle it, and the other one is do it yourself. KvCore does have actually a spreadsheet that they would like you to use. So let us handle it is great. Just watch a short little video, and then you can schedule a time and they can upload your leads into the system. If you wanted to manually upload a lead, you can do that as well. So if I go to, I'm just going to go to vendors here for a second. This is what your leads are going to look like with your subtitles at the top, depending on how many and what you have. Going to go to filters applied. These are all your filters here. So right now I'm under vendors. You can click sphere, new lead, client, close, prospect, active lead, contract, depending on where it is. So these are all the different filters. But before we get into all the filters, let's actually manually add a lead. And we can do that by the green button on the right-hand side that says add contact. So if we click add contact, go ahead and put in their first name. So let's say I put Mona Smith. Email is mona@smith.com. Phone number is 416. Oops, just let somebody in there. 416-559-6662. Now, you don't want to put your own, if you have KvCore and you're a part of eXp Realty, you do not want to put your own cell phone number into the system, because the system is smart and it knows it's your number. Because remember, when you're dialing out to your contacts, it's going to call your cell phone first before it dials out to anybody. So in the beginning, back like when I first started the sessions, I had said to enter your name as a test lead. I still say you can use yourself as a test lead, but just not your cell phone number, and pick an alternative email than the email that you use to log into KvCore. So this is a fake contact that I'm going to be putting up. So I'm not going to put my real number. Just take that out. Now, permission to contact. Remember, if you're putting any contacts into the system, you do want to have permission that it's okay to do that. So you click yes, yes, yes. If somebody receives a text message or an email, at the bottom, there is always an option that says, please opt me out of these messages. So they can always click that and unsubscribe. Okay. Lead info. So I'm not sure if everybody can see this. Lead info, again, on the filters where we were just at, we can do lead type, buyer, seller, renter, vendor, or agent. So under the buyers, we can subcategorize them. Under sellers, we can also subcategorize them. So go ahead and pick what lead type you want. We also should be putting real estate agents into our system as well. When you have a listing, you do want to share it with them. Or if they have a listing, they'll want to share it with you. Vendors are great to have: your home inspectors, your home stagers, contractors, anything like that. I think it's great to put a whole bunch of your mortgage advisors. I've got mortgage advisors for almost every bank now. So I think it's great to put up, to add all your vendors in here. Leads that are renters are eventually going to become first-time home buyers. So you can also subcategorize your renters as that, depending where they land in your sales process. So for now, let's just click buyer. Now you can just pick more than one as well. Forgot to mention that, sorry. If you have a buyer who's also looking to sell their home, so you can click on both of them. Lead status, so here I'm going to just put sphere, and it is a manual lead. It knows that because I clicked add contact. You can also do other hashtags that you want, maybe it's a lead that came through your Facebook, somehow it wasn't captured into your lead data system. Organic website, if you get that, that means that they've clicked a link organically through your website to come on as one of your leads. This is your paid marketing, PPC. So these are all your lead sources. You can add more lead sources if you like by clicking on your business analytics on the left-hand side where it says dashboard and downward. But here, lead source, we're going to just say manual add. Lead owner, it's myself, so we're going to click on that. Options are smart campaigns. So right now I've got 2 campaigns running, just listed in Mississauga or just listed in Oakville. I'm sure everyone's got a whole bunch of different campaigns. You can click on a campaign if you want, depending on what your contact is. But for now, I'm just going to leave it. I'm just going to say it's a manual ad, and it's just a buyer who's also looking into selling. And then my notes, I'm going to write a little bit about this person. So, Mona, is interested in selling and also buying. And then, you might want to write down where the person is interested in buying, where the person is interested in selling. So that way, where you can, where they fall into the process. So we go ahead and click on add contact. And there you go. There's what your data sheet looks like. Okay, so here let's look at this. What are we looking at here? So we know that it's a contact, that's the name. We can edit it by just clicking on the pencil. So if we made an error in entering their name, we can go ahead and do that. Click save at the end, or it won't save your changes. Phone number, email address, you want to put in a home address, you can also add that by just clicking here, and then make sure you click save at the end. You can add a hashtag as well. So we had said that Mona's interested in buying, and she's also interested in selling her home. So maybe we want to do hashtag interested in buying in Mississauga, and we can just click here. And we can also do maybe hashtag maybe there's a budget. So maybe Mona doesn't want to spend over $1 million, right? So 1 mil, because I do a lot of ads that are like, what can you purchase for less than $1 million in the GTA area, right? So for me, that hashtag makes sense. So you have to think about how you want to organize your database and what are the type of ads that you put up. Like here in, GTA Mississauga, there's, to get a detached home, which is a single family home for less than $1 million is a little tough, so you have to really think about what is it that you're trying to market? How do you want to market that in your area? So that's when the hashtags will make sense to you. But we'll do hashtags a little bit later on in our sessions. And then here's a little brief summary. Obviously there's not much because I just added this lead. And you can see who the owner is. It's assigned to Mona. And I can actually transfer this lead if I wanted to. So let's say if I'm not having any luck with this lead, and, or let's say I'm having a lot of luck with this lead, but I'm overwhelmed with leads and I'd like to give it to one of my team members, I can actually click transfer here, and I can enter an agent's name and click transfer, and this lead can be transferred to that agent. Okay. Client journey. The journey will be from sphere to prospect to new lead, active lead, client, contract, and closed. So some people might want to do the sub filters of all prospects, all new leads, all active leads, but there is a filter for it. So you may not want to duplicate that. I would try to duplicate things that need to have filters. Okay, so let's go over here. On the right hand side here, we can make a new call. We can add a note, send an email, send a text, core voicemail, and core video. And then there's more actions. Sorry, just letting some people in. More actions you can have. You can share your contact, you can send evaluation, transfer the lead, you can merge the contact. So let's say, you uploaded your leads and you realize that, you have two of the same contacts. You can merge both contacts, unsubscribe from emails. You can make contact visible, unsubscribe from text. So if Mona Smith decided to unsubscribe, this button would change and it would say subscribe from emails. So the fact that it says unsubscribe, you know that they have subscribed to it. Okay. You can also turn off behavioral alerts. You can archive the leads. You can delete the contacts. You can rerun the lead through distribution, export the contact information. You can communicate, find them on Facebook, find them on Google, LinkedIn, find them on, I'm not sure what the other two are, sorry guys. So it depends on how you want to, what your actions are and what you want to do with this lead. So let's say we want to make a new call. If I click new call, you can see that there's 3 categories. We have call now, log the call, and schedule a call. So if we're going to do call now and I click on the green button, it's going to call my cell phone first, and then it's going to call the contact. So remember, everyone has a smart number. So whenever you're making any calls, it's going to call out from the smart number. If you're sending any text messages, it's going to be sent out through your smart number. So if I click now, if I wanted to maybe pick another number, this is not the number for my contact. Just like what Summit was saying earlier today, he's got some contacts that have 3, 4 phone numbers. You can actually click on this and pick the number that you want to dial. Okay. So, and then you would go click call now, log your information, the notes that you discussed, what was your conversation about, because everybody knows that no one's going to remember that after a week, what your conversation was about. So write your notes, put them in the system, forget the paper and pen, write it into the system, write your notes, what you want to write about them, what they're interested in, what are they looking for, and what your next steps are. So your scheduled call, right? So is your scheduled call is going to be, well, we're going to go on the weekend, on Saturday, we're going to go take a look at maybe 3, 4 homes. This is the criteria of what they're looking for in homes. Am I picking them up? Am I meeting them? Whatever it is, make all your notes in here. And then the due date means when is that scheduled for. So by clicking on it, you can actually pick and schedule. So let's say, for instance, that we're going to meet with Mona on Saturday, and I'm going to click OK, and we can pick the time. So let's say we're going to start at 11 a.m. And we can go ahead and actually sync that to our Google Calendar, which I highly recommend that you do, because your calendar is what tells you what you're doing every day. So you want to go ahead and sync that, and you're going to schedule that call. And there you go. There's the reminder, and it says your next call is scheduled. So that's in the system for you. And when you open up your KvCore and you click on dashboard, it's going to tell you what you need to do for the day along with your calendar. Now, let's say we wanted to make a note. I can add a note, we hung up and, oh, geez, I forgot to write, she's looking for at least 3,000 square foot home. So, go ahead and put that in here, add that information. If I want that information to be on the very top of the timeline, I can click pin to top. So I'm going to go ahead and pin that to the top, and we're going to say detached home, like, I don't know, 4 beds, 3 baths, and has to be 3,000 square foot. Okay, so we add that note, and the note is now pinned, and you can tell it's pinned because the little blue the icon has turned blue now. Okay, so now you know that whenever you come to this profile lead, Mona Smith, you know what the criterias are of what is she looking for. She is looking for this. Instead of having to scroll all the way down as you make more and more notes, there's going to be a lot, and you want to make sure that you're able to, get to the information as fast as possible, because we're busy people. Now, send email. So let's say we wanted to send an email to Mona. We can click send email. We can pick a template that has already been created in the system, or we can generate our own by simply writing out what we want to write out in the email. Okay, we can change the font size. We can make it smaller if we want. We can make it bold. We can add links if we want to add links. We can add, pictures and things like that. Don't forget to add a subject, or otherwise it won't allow you to send it out. So, subject could be found a fantastic home for you, and then you can go ahead and click send. There is an option where you can see, since this is a new lead, but I'll go to one of my older leads. There is an option here where, well, not really an option, but there's a way to see if the client has actually opened up your email or not. So I will show you that in just a second. We can also send a text message to your client. You can pick a text message if you like. You can pick one, and if you want to change it around, you can still change it around by editing it. If you've got your favorite text messages that you like to send out to your newer clients, I highly recommend that you create them in the smart campaigns and maybe label them like your first name or your first initial, like, or MK, for example, for mine, and then the text message. So it could be like initial text message, stage 2 text message, or stage 3 text message. And we'll get into all those smart campaign stuff later. I don't want to overwhelm everybody with all the information here, but you can definitely send out a text message and click send. Now, remember, the text message is going to be sent from the smart number. So I usually like to put at the very end, Mona, with my phone number, okay, with my cell phone number. I don't mind people calling the smart number, but I also prefer people calling my cell phone, because I just like to have the information there. Don't forget to download KvCore mobile. You need to have that option as well, because if you're on the road and you want to make some notes, you can do that while you're out. Okay, so the other two, I'm not going to dive into that right now. We're going to save that for a little later. Another action item on the very top here, you can see there's a green check mark. That means that they are subscribed to text and email. If there was nothing here, there would be nothing. If they're unsubscribed, there would be nothing there. Okay, now let's go into the bottom here. This will be, actually, we should talk about this too right now. So property alerts, we can add them onto property alerts. We can add them to active campaigns, market reports, and listing valuation, and seller reports. So I'm going to get into all of that probably in our next session. This is really important, because once you enter a lead, they should be receiving like market reports. If they're buyers, they got to be receiving property alerts. This is how you want to keep them engaged, and you want the system to do it for you. So we're going to do that next week, show everyone how that's done. On the top right or left, I'm sorry, there's the timeline, there's the profile details. So this is what I was looking at earlier. Let me just show you here 1 second. So here it's like, actually, so imagine like, you had a file for your client. Imagine your file is open now. This is all the information that you can see about them. So you can see, who's the assigned agent and lender. You can see the contact information. This is where you can enter multiple numbers. So you've got cell phone number 1, 2, home phone number, work number, address. So you can put in their address information if you wanted to print in labels or something. Primary address, you can enter all of that information here. Referral source, how did you generate this lead? You know, how did you capture it? Registered IP address, registered geolocation, call texting options, yes, yes. Social media, you can find them on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, chat, and home preferences. So what is it that they're looking for? So this home preference is what I'm saying that you should actually make a note of and then pin it at the very top, okay? Valuation, contact information, their title, maybe their website, occupation, what do they do? Second email, fax, second address, their birthday. It's nice to have birthdays because you can send out campaigns whenever it's their birthday. Spouse's first name, last name, their email, phone number, and their birthday as well. So if you think about it, the contact information here at the end is kind of like your FinTrack to get all their information and their details. So that would cover basically that information there. This is where you would set up the alerts. And this is where we can add files. So like if you did have a BRA, so you can upload that right in here. You know, maybe you have some FinTrack information, you can upload that here as well. You can upload transactions if you wanted to. And then of course, these are the tasks. So for this profile, my only upcoming task is that we have a call scheduled for Saturday at 11 a.m. Okay, so let's say I didn't want to have a call scheduled, but I wanted to maybe go out to meet with them. I can click add task and we can just say this is like an appointment. So it could be home shopping, or, you know, we're going to meet in Oakville, okay, at 10:30 a.m. Okay, so we can just click here, pick the time, click OK, sure. And it's assigned to myself, okay? It's not assigned to an agent. If you have the team add-on of KvCore, you can actually assign this to someone. So if you have an ISA who's booking appointments, they can go into this add task and they can assign this to somebody and book that appointment and click add task. They would be notified on their end, okay? So this here is, let me show you one of mine, Mona test. Okay, so here's a test lead that I entered. Let's see, where's an option where I can show you an email that was open. Sorry, one second. Oh my goodness, hold on. Oh, there we go. Okay, so you can see on June the 15th, subject was EXP model explained. This email was opened and viewed because you can see that the envelope is blue and it's open. You can click on view and just see what the email was. If, you know, maybe I forgot what was it that I sent to my client. Now, this was like a test I did for myself. So this is just like one of our videos that we have the XP model explained with the information at the bottom and everything. So this is actually not a good one for my example today, but I can see that it was opened on June the 15th at 9:51 a.m. So that's good, because this is how you know whatever you're sending to your clients, are they opening up your emails? Are they not opening up your emails? And if they're not, you might want to call them and ask them, oh, you know, I sent you an email, not sure if you received it. Did you maybe want to check your junk mail or your promotions or, you know, spam? I'm not sure where it landed. And that's a great way just to communicate with them. And if they are interested, they will definitely say, yes, like I've opened up your email or not, or sorry, I haven't. So it's a great way to just, you know, you don't want them to be thinking that you're not sending them information when you told them that you're going to send them information. Okay, so that's really important on the emails. Let's see, what else can I show you before I open it up to questions here? basically the contacts, like entering all the contact information for your client is the best, because that's what's going to help you in adding like your campaigns for them. It's also going to help you with your, property alerts, your market reports and things like that. Market reports are amazing. I'm like a strong believer in them. People do open it. They want to know what's happening in their area. So it's great. Hashtags are important. I love them. We'll get into all of that a little bit more. But for now, I think everyone understands the importance of uploading your leads, whether they be buyers, sellers, renters, vendors, agents, upload everything that you have. I think it's great to kind of have a system, a database where you're just putting all your information in one system, paper and pen. You can do that too if that works for you, but you're just doubling the work. Here, everything is stored for you. You have your information. You could go back to it if you want. And, if there's something that you notice that, you wanted to pin that note to the top, you can definitely, click this pin button here and you can pin that, and that'll be available at the top as well. Okay, perfect. So let's open it up to some questions for everybody.